Hangouts, and we're keeping this archived on YouTube, so it'll be it's a video ready for you to watch whenever you like. Okay, I'm a realtor, Toronto realtor with Your Choice Realty, and here's my name, nice picture number. And today I'm going to teach you how to make positive cash flow on condos, specifically on one specific unit at 155 Redpath. Why I'm zooming in on this one? Well, one, because it's the last one we have available for sale, but also because I think it's the best one available. And what do I mean by that? I'm going to show you why this unit actually performs better than others and why it's important to pick a specific unit and not just any unit that your agent tells you to buy, okay? So when my clients and I go and buy, we're very picky about what we pick. We're picky about the location, we're picky about the developer, very picky about the developer. We're picky about the unit, we're picky about the floor, the height, the configuration, you name it. I'm picky about everything. You know why? Because I'm an investor myself. And I've been investing in condos, in Toronto condos, for 15 years now. Imagine that. And I've done very, very well. And people that have invested with me have also done very, very well. On the other side, I see people that have done not that great. Sometimes they don't even break even. That's because they get ill advice. They just follow someone who doesn't really understand what they do. They just shove them in a room, tell them to sign contracts. They say, yeah, you make a lot of money, and just not happening. So let's go step by step. I'll explain to you how this works, and it's one unit that you can still buy. The sale is over. We have one unit left. That one is available. I really like it because it's one of the better, if not the best performing units that was available for sale, and grabbed it. So it's still available for me and my clients for a few more days. Okay, the first thing we're looking at is my YouTube channel. So if you search YouTube for Yossi Kaplan, there's actually two channels. This is the new one, and that's what it looks like. Or if you go to the videos, just get a list of all the lovely videos that I put up, and there's quite a few of them, and I've been adding quite a lot. And these are a lot of these videos are instructional videos where I speak and I explain to you how things work. So listen to these videos. They make a lot of sense. I really explain it the way it is. You know, I don't sugarcoat anything. What you see is what you get. All right. The next thing I want to go is just jump right in, and I want to show you the unit here. Okay, this is the unit I'm talking about. It's the corner unit, the northwest corner, the 514 square feet. This particular one is on the 8th floor, which is one floor above the floor where the pool is. Just so you know, the building is not exactly as it looks in the marketing material and in the model that you might have seen on Yonge Street. The podium is shorter. So the pool is on a 7th floor, and it was supposed to be on the 8th and 9th. It's on the 7th. This is on the 8th, so it's clear in the pool, which is great. It's not looking on the pool, but it's above it, which I always like to be above the amenities floor. It's kind of cool. And there are only 7 units of its kind. Any other corner unit in the building is much larger, which I'll get to in a minute. That means it's more expensive, the returns are lower, and the appreciation will be lower. Okay, a quick recap of 155 Redpath. I've posted a lot of information both on urbanrealtytoronto.com and on the other side, Yorkville side. You can go to urbanrealtytoronto.com. I'll post those links in the YouTube comments. You can see here a video of the really beautiful model that Johnson Chu did for free. Then he's also the interior designer. Explanation of guaranteed rental program. You can sign in. And this is the picture of what it looked like. These two guys are happy because they got into the VIP sale. I did too. I was the second one in line, which was great. We had to show up really, really early in the morning. But it was worth it because only the first 25 or so got units in. Anyone else just did not. Here's the agents looking at the list, making sure the name is on and no one's stealing their number and all that. Of course, nobody did, but it's quite the process there. And the videos that I put together for 155, you can educate yourself, just watch these videos. This one is the free video, and this one is a video that actually explains how these sales work and go through everything, including the marketing investor package, which you can download here. Okay, so you'll see on all these links it says download investor package, and it's basically going to bring you down to this post here, which explains in great detail what the program is, the deposit structure, the carrying cost, the bonuses, everything else, and lots of links here. And if I go here, I get a PDF. And that's a 39-page PDF. Explain to you. Just go and download that. I'm keeping it even after the sale so you can educate yourselves. Explain exactly what you need to know. And I made this package about the building, what's unique about it, why it's a good investment. I think it's a fantastic investment, Yonge and Eglinton, basically. So you know, there's a huge shortage of anything decent to live at Yonge and Egg. You're either looking at old homes, which are very expensive, or these apartment buildings, which you cannot buy. There's not a lot of condos. The Freed Factor, which is Freed's doing really, really well with the Thompson, with Fashion House. And then before the 75 Portland, 66 Portland, and obviously in the near future, the Art Shop and then Mercer Street and all that. So those projects are coming up. 155 Redpath is going on the ground end of this year, 2014. I think people are going to make a serious cash in this building because the specific offer, because of the design, because of the location, the LRT, Yonge and Egg. You should see in the sale, there's well over 150 people there. The VIP investor bonuses are amazing. You get a free assignment, which Freed never gives. The developers fees cap, which Freed never does. And then only 10% in 2014, and then 5% in 2016. There's nothing next year, and 5% in 2017. And here's the exact detail if you want to know. The maintenance fees are approximately calculated at the moment at 49 cents a foot, and they have a reach, as far as I understand, agreement with the City of Toronto for tax of 0.75% of purchase price, less than the 1% that we usually see. And here's the ROI example for 564 square feet, comes to 10.8% return on investment in this specific example. And read the fine print to understand how it's done, or just under 10 with a different mortgage. Okay, prices for the sale, worksheet, and some more information. Then we're getting into the floor plans. Okay. These are the two articles I posted on Yorkville Luxury Real Estate, which is my other website, also very popular. And check it out. I put stuff about 3 times a week, new material on it. There's an information video, how to invest in 155 Redpath, and explains all these questions. I'm not going to repeat it. It's already there. Just watch it. Some pictures from the developer. And the second article also explains a bit more about the sale. Okay, going back to today's video, is I want to focus on this specific unit. Why? Because I think this unit, and according to my pen and paper calculation, that's this unit will make the most amount of return. And you know, in all my 15 years experience as a investor, and just so you know, I was investing way before I became a real estate agent. I was buying condos for myself. And sometimes multiplexes for myself way before I started becoming an agent. I wasn't even thinking about working in the real estate industry at the time. I just did it because I knew it's an amazing business to do, and I had a full-time job, and I was just investing in real estate. And that goes back to even before 2000. I think about my first one in 98 or 99. And obviously the price then were a lot cheaper, but the rents were lower, and Toronto wasn't as brilliant as today, and this city is just about to explode. And if you're going to come to this city or stay here for the next 20 years, you see what I mean. This city is the best city in the world. There's no other place in the world that I and pretty much everyone I know would rather live in, and with the exception of February, of course. And it's just exploding. What's going to happen here is exactly what happened in New York, San Francisco, Hong Kong, most large European cities, and of course the large cities in China, which are just the price is going up through the roof all the time. And Toronto, Vancouver too, I should say. And Toronto, it's going to happen just the same because everyone wants to live here. So this is the one unit. It's 514 square feet indoors. It's a corner unit. It's a gorgeous unit. It's full of glass. I think I can I expand this? Yes. I hope I'll show in the video. It's a corner suite. You come in with the bath tucked at the back, which is great. The washer dryer is here. Here's your coat closet. And there's a living dining area combined. All glass. There's one pillar here, which is sexy in my opinion, also holds the building above you, of course. And a huge balcony that you enter, according to this plan right here, through the living room, which is great. You don't have to go to the bedroom too, like some designers do it for some reason. The sleeping area is separated. You have a sliding door, so you can close it if you need, or keep it open, you know, if there's no one home, just need quick access in and out with a closet here. All right. What I like about this unit is, first of all, that the height is just perfect. It's not too high to cost you more, $1,000 a foot, and it's not too low to be too low to the ground. That means it's a very comfortable place to be on the 8th floor. Also lucky number in some cultures. The balcony is huge. It's the only one of 7 in the building. It's clearing the podium, so you're already in the tower section, which I think is great. Adds a bit of prestige there. And the other corner units are much larger. That means that if you're looking for the best investment, you know, you always buy the cheapest house on the block with the most expensive houses. This unit is the cheapest house on a block of the most expensive houses. The cheapest means the least expensive corner unit in the building, where every other corner unit is more expensive. That means that you can buy this specific unit and pay less than any other person that bought a corner unit in this building. Okay, I repeat, you can buy this unit and pay less than what you would pay right now for any other corner unit in the building. Okay, so any other corner that you're gonna go and buy will cost you more. The rent on a slightly larger unit is not gonna be much more, and obviously the rent on a unit 10 floors above you, 20 floors above you, is gonna be marginally more or not at all, which means that anyone that bought a unit, say 20 floors above you and paid $20,000 more, not a chance they're going to cover that difference with more rents. There's one exception here that Freed's offering a grade, a sliding scale of rents for the rental guarantee program. They'll pay you a little bit more for higher floor, which is great if you want to pick the higher floor. However, and what I want to show you now is for this specific unit, I would actually do something different. I would not go into the rental program with this unit, because I think this unit is so easy to lease, and you can get a renter for more than the $3 a foot that they're going to give you. Okay, so take a look here. I think I covered everything in this. So the rent guarantee is great. Expected return 10 to 12. That's perfect. So we pretty much went over that. I want to talk about the return on investment for this unit a little bit, and maybe just take a look at some of these. Okay, here. So you're basically, what you're looking here, you're looking, this is the southwest. So you can't really see the units over there because you see in the pool, and it's really just that corner there. If you're looking, it's right there. But what you, and remember, the pool is on a 7th now, so if you count on the floor, you're gonna get more. Don't be mistaken, I already mentioned that, okay? But what happens is, if say you buy this corner here, the one in the southwest corner, they'll cost you over $400,000, and it's about less than, I think it's 99 square feet more. What indoors? What's gonna happen there is that you're gonna pay $400 or $420 on a higher floor, $450,000, $450,000, $420,000 for this unit. The appreciation for this unit cannot be that fast because you're already over the 400,000 mark. What happens with units over the 400, the appreciation slows down. Over the 450 and the 500, the appreciation slows down even more, because in percentage-wise, the cheapest units always appreciate faster. It's just how it is, and that's from my own experience in the business of 15 years. Okay, so that's why I always advise my investors to look at the smaller, cheaper units, because their chances of appreciating are way, way better, and it's likely that you're going to make a lot more money on a smaller unit faster than you're going to make a lot more money on a larger unit faster. Okay, so I like to focus on the smaller units. Now, not so small like a studio or a 1-bedroom that is 400 square feet you can't really live in, but you got to find that good floor plan like the one I just showed you that enables that person to stay there. And you know, your average tenant will stay for 3 years, sometimes will stay 2 or 4, but tenants I work with all stay for 3 years, and some of them stay for 5. And basically, there's no work to you. They email money, transfer you the rent on the first, and that's it. We don't even do checks anymore. It's all email money transfer these days, okay? So all you got to do is go to your phone, deposit the money in your checking account, and you're done on the first. That's positive cash flow. That's so much work involved. Takes you about 30 seconds once a month. Okay. So this guy here, there's going to rent, there's going to buy and then lease out the corner unit. He's going to pay, say, he's paying $70,000 or $100,000 more in the unit. He's maybe getting $50 or $100 more in rent, maybe, depending on availability in the building. But that's about it. Does that justify $100,000 more, and that's $20,000 out of your pocket, another $80,000 a mortgage? And don't forget, your taxes will be higher. Your maintenance fees, condo fees will be higher because the unit is larger. You're going to pay more maintenance fees because you spend more money on the unit. Then your taxes are higher because these are in relation to the amount of the purchase price, the amount of money you paid. Okay, so in my opinion, I like to get a very similar product for less. So here I'll offer you something in the in a lower price range. Okay, so you see in here, there's another render. So it'll be here. This corner is here. That's what we're talking about. Okay, which is clearing, and that's really the cheapest unit in the expensive. On the expensive building, in the expensive, the cheapest house in the expensive tower. The other nice thing about the 8th floor is that you don't have to wait for the elevator so long, and if you forgot something, you got to go downstairs. You can still use the stairs or grab an elevator on the way down. The higher you are in the building, obviously you have to wait longer, and it's more expensive. Okay, studios, I usually do not recommend them unless there's something special about them. These are the podium units. I'm just quickly showing you some stuff here. This unit was available too, but this one does not have the wraparound balcony, so I didn't like it. That's facing west. West going to be blocked completely. That's the one we're talking about. I think it's gorgeous. That's a nice unit. It's about the same size, but does have the wraparound balcony. So not as attractive in my opinion. Also good. That's a podium. That's a podium. That is not a podium. It's facing west. It's not going to have any north view, so it's going to be blocked. No wraparound balcony. Same here. That is the equivalent unit. So you can see here the 619 square feet. They'll be well over $400,000. That's the equivalent of the 514. It is more expensive by at least 70 or 80,000. If you go a few floors up, you're looking at 100,000 more. It's a beautiful, beautiful unit. If you buy for yourselves to live, go for it. For investment purposes, your return will always be higher on a cheaper unit. It's just how the numbers work. It's return on investment. You know, what's at the top of the equation has to be larger, and the investment has to be smaller for your percent to be larger. That's how the math works. So gorgeous unit, but your numbers on this one will show a lower return, and your appreciation, in my professional opinion and personal opinion, will be lower, because it's already in the 400s. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Okay, back here. So I'm almost done. I just want to go about a couple more things. So the price for the unit is $349,900. Okay, and if you do 3 times 514, you get 1542. Now, there's a better way to do this. There's a better way to pay less for the unit and make more on it, and that's what you. The way you do it is very simple. For this specific unit, you do not opt for the rental guarantee program. Why? Because as my client, I will rent it for you, and there is a small cost for it, but it's not that bad, and your price will drop by about 3%. If I take 3% gross off this, I get 332,613. Say it's 333, somewhere along there. You're saving about $20,000, $18,000 around there. And I think that your rent will be realistically $1,800 to $2,000 a month. It's going to take 3 years to build. It's a large building, and you get your keys in 2017 probably sometime. Lower floor, you're going to get your keys faster. You can rent it before everyone else does. And now the game begins. Now the fun begins. So here what is what I'm saying here. Somebody else regarding possible appreciation and returns. Buy for 333, more or less. And at the end of 6-year cycle, 3 for construction and 3 for rental. With the current midtown appreciation of 5 to 8%, you're probably looking at valuation of 400, maybe more, okay? So what happened here is you're putting 66,000 down and you're basically getting about that much out, maybe more. So that means that for every dollar that you put, you're getting $1 to $1.50, maybe even more. That's 100 to 150% return. So once again, for every dollar you're putting down, you're getting another dollar, maybe $1.50. That's a lot of money, people. Your bank cannot do it. And obviously the stock market, you see it, how it's performing, it's sucking the life out of you. So that's why everyone's moving to real estate. Okay. The other thing is about cash flow is very, very important. This is good, but you know, only cash in the hand counts, as my finance professor used to say. You know, it's all great on numbers, but unless it's cash in the pocket, it doesn't count. So we'll go to the cash flow, and what happens is, and you can go and review the ROI sheet that it's in the investor package. But what he says, it shows you a similar unit, and basically I've adjusted the numbers a little bit. You can go into details here. I don't want to bore you with it, but those who want, I'm estimating you making about $4,000 cash flow on this unit a year, or about $11,844, say $12,000 cash flow over 3 years. Okay, $12,000 more or less over 3 years. Okay, that's pretty good. So if I divide it by 66, I'm getting about 18% return for the cash flow. 18% return for the cash flow. So somebody else paid for your unit, somebody else paid your mortgage, your condo fees, your taxes, and after 3 years, you look in your pocket and you find $12,000. What do you think about that? You like it? I think it's pretty good. I don't think you'll be able to find it anywhere else. I don't think you'll be able to find this with investments under the $350,000 range, especially not in 330-ish, because what happens, a lot of these quote-unquote cheap condos don't provide that kind of rent because the location is not right or the building is not right. It just doesn't have that pizzazz that you're going to get from Frieda, Young and Egg. You know, you can buy that kind of investment secondhand at Fashion House, and it'll cost you about so much, or Thompson, but you're not going to go to a new building at a B location, C location, spend $350 and get that kind of return, and definitely not that kind of appreciation, because the entire building has to be very attractive to pull all the values of all the units. And it just shown time and over again, the smallest units pull the values appreciate the fastest and the most. All right, so that's my point. If you're interested in this unit, you have a few days to call me. I only have one. And if you want something else, or you want to talk to me about investing in real estate, please do either fill the form at the bottom of the page or give me a shout. The number is up here, okay? And I'll be happy to talk to you. Also, if you're looking to assign your condos, sell any kind of property. I talk about condos, but I also do houses, land, and commercial. So happy to help you. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you soon. This is Yossi.